Alright guys, what is up? It's your boy Johnny Street Vibe BB Pro and Metallic. It is, guys, we're at Pure Muscle and Fitness today. I'm gonna chase some chest with Tristyn today. 2 hard exercises. I'm gonna prioritize 4 hard sets of incline press with 4 hard sets of cables, 2 high, 2 low. We're just doing some straight sets with the dumbbells, and then we're doing some double drop sets with cables. Again guys, we're doing 8 hard sets of chest. And then a little bit of delts, and that'll be it. So, without further ado guys, keep eyes glued to the screen, ears glued to the speakers. Let's learn some stuff. Okay, so we're shooting a little different one today, guys. We're gonna do a little bit of vlog style, set up a videographer today, so we'll do it like the young kids do. But today's goal is 4 hard sets. We're gonna prioritize just 2 movements. Incline press, about like a little bit less than a 30 degree, and then onto flies, and then some delts. But prioritizing that, I'm gonna go to 8 to 10 reps, control the reps as much as I can. My job is to really focus on getting my chest absolutely annihilated. If I get that call for the Olympia, I'm gonna make sure my chest is getting bigger, so.
Yeah, he's gonna make sure my chest is getting bigger, guys.
Both our chests are getting bigger. I will speed her up a tiny bit. No spot. If I can't get it, I want to see. So I got scap issues. So on my left arm, my right arm, my left one probably has 2 more reps. This arm gets stuck a little bit. My rotator is a little messed up, so my scap doesn't travel like it should. So I really gotta focus on depress my shoulder, make sure I can get it up. But it's a fight to keep it down. You see that last one, I'm really trailing to get up, but nonetheless, got it up the best I could. Sloppy, but still engaged.
I'm glad I could be such a help to Johnny's set, you know, a little bit of moral support, a little bit of motivation. That's what you get from 16-year-old Tristyn Lee.
So I always keep dumbbells in my programming, at least 1 movement of dumbbells in all of my exercises, because I need to have that little stability, right? The stability muscles working. Using machines and whatnot are great, but it doesn't really work your stability muscles as much. So it's really important to at least keep some type of dumbbell work in your workouts. I'm on about 4 hours of sleep, 3.5, 4 hours of sleep, and just grinding it out today. So my biggest focus was really getting in. If I could hit, you know, at least 80% of what I'm normally doing, then I'm fine. If I'm like 60%, then I'm not recovered. And to be honest, I'm really not as recovered as I could be right now. But again, that's the thought process behind my training. To stay in that 80% rep range with what I'm normally doing. That way I can kind of get a good gauge of progressively overloading. So I won't be going up any higher than this. 110 and stay there. Then I'll probably back off the hundreds again and then continue. Just made a comment about ego lifting, and I find like there's a difference between pushing your limit and knowing what you can control, and ego lifting and push something you cannot control. Tristyn probably has a little bit of spot for me. I would say about maybe 10% of my help on his harder parts of his reps. He's controlling the weight. Tristyn, how much you weigh?
146.
146. He's doing almost the same weight, doing the same weight I'm doing, even more. But he's able to control the weight, even though the reps aren't as great. The reps are controlled. If you couldn't control the weight, you see his whole body moving, everything from the ground, from floor to core. So Understand the difference between ego lifting and then pushing your limit, knowing what you can control, right? I know that I can do 150s, and my 150s would probably look like his 110s, right? So there's a difference. I know I can do that. Do I want to right now? I don't. My training's different than what he's training us, right? So know what you're doing, train the way you want to train, the way you're supposed to train, don't follow anybody else.
Incredible.
Alright guys, so we're gonna move on to flies here. We're gonna do flies coming from the top, hitting the bottom part of our chest, 2 double drop sets, and then we're gonna go flies coming from the bottom, 2 double drop sets. 12 to 15 reps, each drop.
Push. There you go. That's it. Drop. Come on. Here. Touch. 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 There we go.
All right, I'm gonna give you guys a couple tips when you're doing this. So I'm gonna try and get this thing right in my hand, right here. So I don't also need my fingers. I don't need my hands for this, really. Just want the palm of my hand, the nice meaty part, so I can press. I wanna stay behind that the entire time. So from the top, I'm over top. And then my elbows stay behind it. So doing like a little bit of an unorthodox ladder raise, basically like almost like a high, like a little higher than shoulder, right? And then really controlling the weight on the way down. So before I've coached a lot of time to get myself up here, guys, remember when I'm coaching from the basics. I'm coaching from the bare minimum, the basics you should understand how to do before we start adding little intricacies into sets and rep schemes or techniques. So once you have the regular technique down, then we can kind of, you know, spice things up a little bit by doing this little bit of a modified ladder raise. This can hit a little bit more of the rear delts, control the negative on the way down. So the point of this is basically getting your hips back, have a nice little bit of a hinge in your hips, grounded from the ground, from floor to core, and then pushing from your core. No momentum the entire time. Holding this damn camera is hurting. You can see my shoulders doing this right now. I'm trying to hold the camera. That's so much. Whew, gotta switch up. So guys, again, what we're doing here is no momentum from the bottom. Just driving up. Boom. Controlling the weight down. Speed from the bottom, no momentum. There you go. Right? Deep breath in, drive through the core, boom. A lot of you guys are missing the mark by just breathing. So when you think right here, deep breath in, and then push. There you go. All right, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys use any of those cues or even try this workout, let me know in the comment section below. And guys, I know you liked the video, so if you did, make sure you guys like, subscribe, and share. You know I'm a comment that tell it is transparent, vulnerable truth. And guys, for coaching, johnandsteve.com. If you want to know more about my coaching, guys, book yourself a 15 or 30-minute consult. And at the end of the consult, I deduct it off any package that you pick. Also, guys, hit the description below for those discount codes and promo codes that will save your life or change your life for the better. Like Johnny 10 for 10% off bluestarnutraceuticals.com. Make sure you guys add me on Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. Send your progress pics, your training pics, and your video clips. Now repost for you because you know how it is. Iron sharpens iron. Progressive overload your life. In the meantime, keep dream chasing. Peace.